To me, using AI and platforms like Suno is no different than using loops. I feel like nobody is actually making anything from scratch. Everybody using loops, arcade, something like that. AI is running the game. And AI music generation is gonna keep going higher and higher and higher. So the more you sitting back, it's gonna flood the market, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that, you just losing. And life goes on. What it do? This MoneOnDaBeat, and today we discussing AI, specifically the music generation and how that's affecting the producer community and how producers feel about it, producers and artists. So if you haven't been under a rock, you know that AI is taking over everything. And that's affecting a lot of different industries, and a lot of people having problems with the music generation platforms like Suno and Udio. Those are kind of like the top two. And you know, a lot of people in their feelings. I dropped a video not too long ago, a couple days ago, just giving a tutorial on how I would use Suno. And you know, a lot of people had a lot to say about it. A lot of people didn't like that I was actually utilizing it and they're not for AI. But the funny thing about it is, you have to be smarter when it comes to new technologies that's emerging. Because if you're at the bottom and you got these people who's creating this at the top, there's nothing that you can do about it. And me, I create stuff from scratch, all the way to the point where I don't even use loops. I create every single thing from scratch. Me and Scoon, when I got Scoon, I create with him. When I'm by myself, I play everything and I do everything from scratch. So I'm an advocate of keeping music and the origins of music, the feeling, the soul. I'm a big advocate of that. But I'm also a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting money for a long time. I've been doing my own thing for a long time. Never had no job, never worked for anybody. I've always worked for myself, from the streets all the way up to where I'm at, to where I am today. And I always know one thing: when something comes that's gonna change a whole industry, you either get with it or you get wiped away. You know what I mean? So instead of thinking like, damn, it's gonna be all of these new songs that's gonna be on these platforms and gonna be on Spotify and it's saturating the market, who cares? You gotta figure out how you're gonna use this new emerging technology and tap into a crowd, or whatever goal you're trying to achieve. You gotta figure out how you're gonna do that with this new emerging technology, because if you don't, you're gonna get wiped away and ain't nobody gonna care about you. So you gotta get out your feelings, and you have to find a way to utilize the technology into what you got going on and make what you wanna happen manifest. That's how you gotta look at it, because you could say what you wanna say all day, every day. Nothing is gonna change. Because why? Us as a whole, we're all the way at the bottom. The people at the top is the people that's creating and calling these shots. And the shots that's being called right now is AI is running the game. And AI music generation is gonna keep going higher and higher and higher. So the more you sitting back, it's gonna flood the market, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that, you just losing. And life goes on. You gonna be stuck. So I advise you to learn it. To me, using AI and platforms like Suno is no different than using loops. And Splice is one of the biggest platforms right now. I feel like nobody is actually making anything from scratch. Everybody using loops, arcade, something like that. To me, it's the same thing, because I create all my melodies from scratch. And if I feel the same way going to Suno and creating a track. I feel the same way as going to Splice and getting a loop and building around it. To me, it's the same thing, nothing different. So I don't get the argument there. AI is not going away. It's just gonna keep growing and growing and growing, and it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, what I would do is, I would look at what's going on and figure out how you're gonna actually make your way into it, and put yourself into it. Create a whole new strategy for how you making your music, because it's only gonna get worse. It's excellent right now. Suno right now it's amazing. But when I sit back and think about it, I'm like, damn, this only been out for 2 years. 5 years, what it's gonna look like. You get what I'm saying? 5 years, what is it really gonna look like? So get out your feelings, stop complaining, figure out how you gonna do your thing, because all I hear is people complaining. And look at this. I've been reading and I've been hearing through some of my connects that Spotify, it might be possibly looking to buy Suno. I've also been hearing that Sora, you know, the company that created Sora, OpenAI, the company that owns ChatGPT, everybody uses ChatGPT. If you don't know, they're also creating their own music generation platform, and it's being made right now. And I'm also hearing that the labels are going to be backing OpenAI's music generation platform. So these are the things that's going on right now. The higher ups don't care about you. That's why the streams is low. You know what I mean? You got to figure out how you gonna do what you want to do and stop complaining. And when people like myself do videos on it, you know, ask questions, tap in, be smarter about it. You are a small fish in a big pond, and the pond is just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more you just sit back, I don't like this, I don't like that, you ain't doing nothing but harming yourself. Again, I am a big advocate of creating from scratch, but I'm also a big advocate of understanding what's happening in a wave in the fields that I'm in and knowing how to adapt before the typhoon comes, because the tsunami coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming. So if you get in now, learn everything you gotta learn now, tap into it, you're gonna be set. Now, if you want a head start, I have a community with courses in it that's gonna have everything on AI, all the way from music production, creating your own artists, all of that, all the way down to how to make money. So tap in. The course is about to drop. Make sure you tap in, get in early. And yeah, that's just me getting all these ideas and kind of like what I'm thinking off my head, because I wanna kind of like give insight to people who's kind of just thinking that because they're in their feelings that something's going to change. It's not going to change. Figure out a way to tap in. You know, I'm all about motivating and inspiring my community. So I want y'all to really snap out of it and figure out how you're going to use this technology. Don't get mad. Figure it out. Moan on the beat. Until the next video, we go.